join a church?
I'm here in the Acts 1:8 Mission Center. This is where folks come at the end of a service if they've come forward to respond to what they're hearing God say. Our decision guides bring them here and they visit and talk. Now, we talked about that last time in why, and now we're talking about, well, why do we join a church? That's one of the decisions that someone may make at the end of worship service. They want to join a church family. So what does that mean? Why do we join church families? Well, think about it this way. When you were born into a family. You had a name, an identity, and a family unit. Well, when you are born again, you become part of God's family. And when you join a church family after you've been born again, you're becoming part of an extended family where together you can encourage each other in growth. Now in Hebrews it says, continue to meet together, encourage each other, build each other up. That's something important about coming together to encourage and to help each other grow. That's one big reason to be part of a church family where you belong. But another reason is that we are like a body. And in Romans it talks about us being a body where each part and piece has its own function. Like an eye can see and an ear can hear, a body needs all of those different pieces to work together to carry out what God has called us to, and that's to make disciples of all nations. So when you become part of a church family, when you join that body, you are bringing the gifts and the skills that God has given you, uniquely you, to be a part of that process. And you know what? We need you. We need each person that God has set apart and called to be His, He has saved them, He has gifted them, and He's given them a story, He's given them skills and talents and abilities so that He can use them all together, each part and piece building up together so that we can reach the world with the good news. That's why we're part of a church family. That's why we join, so we can encourage each other, and so together we can carry out what God has called us to. Isn't that amazing how God does that? Now, I have a question for you. How many people do you think have joined Germantown Baptist Church in the past 5 years?
90! 133. 100.
538.
1,000.
700. 1 trillion.
Those are some pretty good guesses, but let me tell you, in the past 5 years, we have had 313 people join this church family. Isn't that amazing what God is doing? Can't wait to see you next week.